Giving a child fish but telling the child not to fish is doing the right thing at the wrong time. But tell someone to tune on to Divine Mercy Radio Television every Monday to Friday as from 7 a.m. is doing the right thing at the right time. A blessed morning to you all televiewers of DMRTV and welcome to yet another edition of your favorite morning wake-up show, Salve Vicinus on DMRTV, a program that comes up on your screen every Monday to Friday as from 7 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. And today is one of those days where we will inform you, educate you, and entertain you with some of the slots that we have prepared for you today. We'll give to you a sense of the day, a reflection, and news in the English language. We'll look at what the papers have for us today, our health and beauty tips, our where ends meet, and not forgetting our English word of the day and so many other slots that have been prepared for your viewing pleasure this morning. So I hope you are ready to be informed, educated, and entertained by us, your wonderful darling TV station. On that note, as we normally do it here on the program Salve Vicinus, we're going to take on a first musical interlude, which is a thanksgiving to God. Remember, it's not by our might, but by the grace of God upon our lives. That is why we are able to see a brand new day. So many people in the graves, so many people in the hospital, so many people find it difficult to wake up in the morning, but He has given us that grace. He has given us that strength and power to wake up this morning. So we ought to give Him that thanks. We ought to honor Him with this wonderful musical piece. So do not go anywhere, and we'll be right back.
Says in 1 John 5:11, it says, God has given us eternal life, and this life has its source in Jesus Christ. In Him was life, and the life was the light of man. In John 14, verse 6, hear me clearly, He said, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. No man cometh to the Father except by me. Whosoever believeth, though he were dead, yet he shall live, because He's the resurrection and the life. Satan came to steal, he came to kill and to destroy, but I have come that he may have life abundantly. And if the Son shall set you free from the
What a way to begin the morning show. If you're just joining us, you are welcome to the program Salve Vicinus on DMRTV, a program that comes up on your screen every Monday to Friday as from 7 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. And like I said before we took on that break, we'll have so many slots that have been prepared for your viewing pleasure this morning. Not just for your viewing pleasure, but to entertain you, inform you, and why not to educate you. So I hope you are seated in front of your TV screens in order to be entertained by us this morning. That said, it is time for us to take on our first slot of the morning show, which is our Saint of the Day with Reverend Sister Florence Awambeng.
Good morning, dear brothers and sisters. We thank God for the gift of a new day. Today, the 21st of December, we celebrate the feast of St. Peter Canisius. St. Peter Canisius was a priest and doctor of the church. Peter Canisius was born in Holland when it was still part of Germany. At the age of 22, he joined the Society of Jesus, that's the Jesuits, and distinguished himself in studies of spiritual perfection. He was the second great apostle of Germany, a preacher, a theologian, a leader, and a counter-reformationer. While astonishingly clarity, this devout man of God saw that in order to combat the Reformation, the church must first be reformed. The church must first reform itself in her pastors and prepare generations of instructed lay people capable of defending the faith. Of the many works that flowed from his pen, the most celebrated remains the Catechism that he wrote and went on to achieve 200 editions before the turn of the century. My dear brothers and sisters, I think it was just 2 days ago, I kept on laying emphasis on the importance of equipping yourself in order to be able to equip others. It is clear today in the life of St. Peter Canisius. At 22, just 22, he became a Jesuit. And he studied and dedicated himself for spiritual perfection. Spiritual perfection. No stain. As the second great apostle of Germany, for him, he saw that the church needed reformation. The church needed reforms. But for that reformation to take place, the priests, the leaders of the church needed to be reformed. So he set about reforming the priests and some other lay people who were going to bring about this reforming. You know, when I read the life of this man, it was so exciting. The importance of working on yourself first. Learning, equipping yourself in order to be able to equip others. To be a teacher, you go to teacher training college to equip yourself. To become a lawyer, you go to law school. To become a priest, you go to the seminary. Whatever profession you want to do, you must study for it because you need to equip yourself. And the church is not different. If if you want to effect change on people, you have to be a change person yourself. That's where Peter Canisius is hanging on. The church needed reform. But you don't just reform on the air. So we reform you, we reform priests, we reform consecrated people, we reform religious, we reform everybody, we reform some lay people and equip them and empower them so that they can now do. And that is how the church came back to stand on its feet due to this reform. We can go on and on and on. But the simple word is, work on yourself. Increase your faith so that you can help others be on their feet too. Thank you for always being there. God bless us. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Sister Florence Awambeng, for bringing to us our Saint of the Day this morning. And the Universal Church today is celebrating St. Peter Canisius, who was a Jesuit priest in Germany at that time. And he dedicated himself in writing the Catechism of the Catholic Church, in professing the Catholic faith despite persecutions he received. And if we want to bring it now in a contemporary society, we as Christians, we don't defend our faith to others. Just a little persecutions from others, then we just drill behind. But that's not how St. Peter Canisius was. He was steadfast. He proclaimed the faith anywhere he went to, despite how people shunned him or despite the persecutions he received there. Like I said, we always bring to you this slot every Monday to Friday on Salve Vicinus, not just for bringing sake, but we'll bring you to show you how these saints live their lives and also to emulate some of these good virtues from these saints so that we can be better people, be better Christians in the society and in the parish or wherever we find ourselves in the society. Thank you once more, Sister Florence, for giving to us our Saint of the Day this morning. And today, I want to say happy feast to all those who go by the name Peter or Canisius, or you go by the name Peter Canisius. We are celebrating you today. So if you go by the name Peter or Canisius or Peter Canisius, we say happy feast to you. Let us take on the teachings of the Bishop of the Diocese of Boya, His Lordship Michael Bibi, and after that, we will have our reflection.
Heaven is a place, it's not a place, it's not a state, but it's a way of being. I can only teach what the church has asked me to teach. What should be our concern is understanding what the church mentions to us in paragraph 2794 of the Catechism of the Catholic Church. That heaven is not a place or a state. I'm not the one saying it. It's the Catholic Church saying it and nothing else. But I'm also saying that the heaven we are talking about, as the Catechism mentions, is not a place that is not a state that is somewhere. We are living it now. And at the same time, when we will not be with our corporeal body, we are going to live the heaven in a different way. And that's why I say our understanding here now with our corporeal body and everything is also different from our understanding when we have our glorified bodies.
You're welcome back from the teachings from His Lordship Michael Bibi, Bishop of the Diocese of Boya. And it is time, I think it is time for us to introduce to you our topic of discussion this morning. Remember, every Thursday on Salve Vicinus, it is a throwback Thursday in which we want to get those memories from you. And today we have the topic of discussion: where is one place you have traveled to that you would tell everyone to go to at least once in their life? That is a topic of discussion we have for you this morning. The topic will be put up on your screen in a few minutes time, as well as the access code through which you can get to us via SMS or via WhatsApp or on our Facebook page on Divine Mercy Radio and TV service. Where is one place you have traveled to that you would tell everyone to go at least once in their lives? If you have gone to a very beautiful place, maybe for adventure, for sightseeing, or just for leisure, and you feel like people need to visit this place because of its good qualities or properties it has, tell us a place and you send us your contributions via SMS or via WhatsApp through the number that will be put up on your screen or on our Facebook page on Divine Mercy Radio and TV service. We'll be waiting for your contributions this morning. And remember, rule number 1, do not call the studio phone. If you want to contribute on today's topic, then, like I said, send in your contributions via SMS or via WhatsApp or on our Facebook page. But please do not call the studio phone. When you call us, we'll not be able to get your contributions. That said, let us take on the short break while we prepare to introduce to you to other slots that we have prepared for you this morning. Remember, here on Salve Vicinus, we'll always bring to you interesting slots that will characterize the program, like I said, to entertain you, inform you, and to educate you. But before we take on these interesting slots, let us savor this beautiful piece.
Did you hear a baby cry on a cold night in a manger with just one star in the sky in the middle of the winter? Jesus came down that we may have life in abundance, and so he was born on a cold December night in Bethlehem. What a birth! Oh, what a story! In the fullness of God, Jesus came down to live with us on Christmas Day. Oh, what a story that the shepherds were told. Jesus is born. Jesus was laid in a manger, in a sheep house. Jesus came down that we may have life in abundance. Yeah. Jesus came down that we may have life in abundance, and so he was born on a cold December night in Bethlehem. What a birth! Did you hear a baby cry on a cold night in a manger with just one star in the sky in the middle of the winter? One day Jesus came to be born. One day Jesus came to be born. He was born on a cold December night in Bethlehem. He was born on a cold December night in Bethlehem. Jesus came down that we may have life in abundance. Jesus came down that we may have life in abundance, and so he was born on a cold December night in Bethlehem. What a birth!
Easy bone deep down in your heart, this you should know. You should know. Easy bone deep down in your heart, this you should know. You should know. Is His word bearing fruit in your life? That you should know. You should know. Is His word bearing fruit in your life? That you should know. You should know. Where we come from, where we come from, there we going, there we going. We come from the Father, to Him we are going. So each step we take must show new life in Christ. Ooh. So each step we take must show new life in Christ. Ooh. Because Jesus came down that we may have life in abundance. Jesus came down that we may have life in abundance. And so He was born on a cold December night in Bethlehem. What a birth!
What a wonderful piece there from the group Glory Drops rather. It is an a cappella group here in the Diocese of Boya that comprise various members from different denominations here in Cameroon, and over the years they have done so many pieces for us. And I'm sure this year, a few months back, they released an album which comprise the usage of musical instruments. Remember, they hardly use musical instruments in the songs they compose, but this year they thought it wise in their recent album, in which they launched in All Saints Parish, Motengene, few months back, and some of these songs were incorporated with the use of some musical instruments. Thank you very much to our broadcaster for giving to us that wonderful piece from Glory Drops. So many of us don't know places here in Cameroon, most especially those who live out of Cameroon, or those who leave different countries to come to Cameroon, and they will be looking for places maybe to go for adventure, to get one or two things, maybe food stuff, dresses, accessories, or whatsoever. That is why we bring to you this slot discovery, where news editor Jude Baku took us to the Tiko main market to tell us where this Tiko main market is located and the various stuff or goods or services they offer there at Tiko main market. So let us meet Jude Baku with our discovery.
We want to believe that the tour has been a very interesting one here in Tiko. And right behind me, you see it is conspicuously written, the Tiko Main Market. This is the Tiko Main Market. Now, the Tiko Main Market seems to be, it is one of the biggest here in the Southwest region, one of the biggest and one of the oldest markets. A lot of activities are taking place right in here, a lot of business activities. Now, let me introduce you to this other area. This other area you see right here is supposed to be the old motor park of Tiko. This park like this, for some time now, has been used officially for other activities, it's now a parking lot for people who use this market. And cars are parked here. If you have your business you're doing in here, you can park here, and it is a council reserved area. This is the old motor park here in Tiko, and this is the giant Tiko main market. We are going to take you right inside the market to explore those economic activities that are hitting up this community. here that real economic activities take place in this community. We are going to meet a guy, a man who deals in shoes business. He has a shop here that has been existing for some time now. We are going to meet him in a very short while and talk with him for him to give us his perspective of what business is all about here in the Tico market. So please just follow us right into his shop. Like we did introduce right now, we are meeting this man who owns this shop. He has been here for a very long time. Wow, amazing shoes. Hello, good day or morning, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for talking to Divine Mercy Radio Television. Please, can you just say hello to some people watching this morning?
Welcome. I say hi.
So please, where are we? Can you tell us where we are?
Now we are in Tico Market. Here is my shop.
Please, who are you?
I'm Wadiki Callistus.
So tell us, what does it take to do this business, shoe business here in the Tico market?
Although shoe business is a very hard business anyway, but when looking at it, it seems like be simple. But it's not easy for us because the buyers is no longer as it was. Things has changed. You know, formerly people come down from far and near, Limbe, Boya, to Tico to come and buy. But now the population have reduced, so we are always selling within the environment of Tico here. Only once a while before we see stranger coming down here.
What is really specific about Tico market? We know that there are other markets around here, around the Southwest region, but we are told that this particular market, when it comes to shoe business, it is non-comparable to any. What's really specific about Tico that you might want to tell us?
Yes, initially, right from time, Tico have a good shoe dealers, and they will have a daily market. You know, Tico market is a daily market. So many times when you are in need of some shoes, any footwears, you likely come to Tico to get them. But just like as I said, because of the times at hand, things is no longer as it is.
So tell us a bit about the shoes to sell here, the kind of shoes, the brand of shoes, the cost of the shoes to sell here.
No, you don't have at every level. Even if any amount you have, you can buy from 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Just like depends as your hands demand. So we have every varieties.
Well, we are going to take our cameras through to some shoes in here so that you enjoy the beauty of Tico market and the quality of good that are sold here. Because from where I'm standing, I'm seeing a very quality pair of shoes that I might not leave from here without. So please just stay with us as we take you through this shop and other interesting places here in Tico.
Wonderful discovery there with news editor Jude Bako, who took us to the Tico main market. Remember, Christmas is coming, Christmas is near, and New Year too. So if you're looking for somewhere to get the best shoes and clothes or accessories, you can go to the Tico main market. He has described where Tico main market to. There is an adage that person will get mob knee loss. So if you go to Tico and you find it difficult to locate the Tico main market, then you can ask anyone around and you go there, you look for what you want to get and you purchase that good or service you are looking for. We always bring to you our news in the English language to inform you of things that are happening here in the Diocese of Boya, out of the diocese, and why not out of the country. That is why for some time now, or for some few weeks since the beginning of December, Aloysius Likier has been here to give us the slot Divine Mercy Info, and today is not exempted as he is already in the studio to inform us of some of those big stories happening here in a country. Let us have the jingle to usher us into our next slot, which is our Divine Mercy Info.
Good morning, out of Salve Vicinus to all our fervent viewers out there. Welcome to Divine Mercy Info this morning with me here on the program. We dive straight into stories that we have for you today. We all know that Christmas is just some few days ago and households are preparing in order to receive the newborn king, both spiritually and materially. Nadesh Mayor went to the streets of Boya to sample the opinion of some residents in Boya on how ready they are to receive the newborn king and how materially they are ready to celebrate Christmas in the year 2023. Let's listen to her report.
Christmas season is a festive period that is celebrated globally, and it has been welcomed with various sentiments and emotions by some denizens in Boya municipality as to how they are preparing to welcome Christ and celebrate his birth.
We are preparing well for Christmas. You can see we are out doing shopping and we are doing our best to make sure our kids or children are happy.
I heard my mom was say I will buy our clothes or buy our fine clothes. Our clothes can reach, we enjoy fine.
It is very common to hear these sounds that are invaded on Christmas lights to accompany the beauty seen and heard render all in one. However, some traders at the Great Supermarket Boya have reiterated on the costly nature of items and commodities in the market as these periods, especially toward the D-Day, witnesses a lot of inflation in prices.
The fact that most of the clients only complain about the economy is not booming, and for them to buy more expensive toys and some kind of treats, it's really difficult for them, so they always go in for cheaper items.
Challenges by traders in the market are not left out.
Still, the market is cheap that customers they all come by, can use down the whole day. After we pack and take a go back for a whole night last time it go pass no.
Can only get cheaper items in the market, then bring for them to buy which is at that level. Because if I buy what's too expensive, we will not be able to afford it.
Customers wait until the last few days and then we are overcrowded and then get stressed. And it's difficult to deal with such a situation. Each customer wants to be served very fast. Meanwhile, there are other customers who have been in the store for a long time. And then some take a long time to bargain, so it wastes a lot of time.
Nonetheless, it is important to note that preparations are being done worldwide to celebrate the birth of Christ, which will be honored on Monday, December 25th, 2023.
Christmas fever out there. Priests, family members, and friends of Reverend Father John Chambers, priest of the Diocese of Boyan, vicar for clergy, have been called to thank God for the blessings bestowed on his life. This was as he turned 70 during a Eucharistic celebration that was officiated by Reverend Father Javis Kebi at the St. Charles Luanga Parish here in Moleko. Gillian Tata tells us more.
With songs of glad and gratefulness, priests, friends, family members, and well-wishers of Reverend Father John Chambers gathered today at St. Charles Luanga Parish, Moliko, to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the clergy. Dressed beautifully to this glorious celebration, the concelebrant, Reverend Father Javis Kebi, thanked God for the enormous blessings received in the past, while indulging Christians and family members to continue praying for priests, especially the celebrant.
The message to him is just that we thank God for who he is and what God has been able to achieve through him. He has gone through thick and thin, and the life that he has lived has not been easy, but we know that God is in his side. This is a moment of also looking back with faith and thanksgiving, reconciliation with the Lord and with other people, and also looking back and thanking even his parents and his teachers who brought him up to this day. May God guide him through everything.
With so much happiness, the celebrant, Reverend Father John Chamda, parish priest at St. Charles Luanga Parish, Moliko, and vicar for clergy, Diocese of Boya, expressed profound gratitude to God, his brother priest, friends, and well-wishers for giving him a reason to celebrate gloriously.
I am celebrating 70 today, and I thank God for it. Thank God for all those who have been by me, and I wish those who were here and those who have not been able to be here today due to some circumstances, I wish them a very, very wonderful, successful, fruitful 2024 new year.
Despite all the challenges faced, Reverend Father John Chamda did not relent in his effort to his call to priesthood. The clergy is expected to remain steadfast in prayers as he continues his work of evangelization in God's vineyard.
So on behalf of the global family, which are many, I want to thank all of you and to tell you that we are proud of him, and to beg God that he will increase his life on earth so that he will lead many, many more people into God's waiting hand. Father John, we thank God for you, and we know that each time you are at the altar, you talk to God about us.
Life is a never-ending adventure. Embrace it and enjoy the ride.
Reverend Father John Chamda many more years as he carried out his duties in God's vineyard. On to this other story, farmers from the 6 divisions of the Southwest region gathered yesterday, December 20, 2023, at the Boya Independence Square for the 2023 Southwest Regional Agro-Pastoral Show. This Agro-Pastoral Show, holding under the theme Agriculture in the Southwest, is taking the lead in import substitution. The event was graced with the presence of Professor Bambot Grace, the Secretary General at the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. During the launching, Acha Gilbert Quenty, Secretary General at the Southwest Governor's Office, called on the farmers to use the Regional Agro-Pastoral Show to get new partners through networking. During the Agro-Pastoral Show, some farmers who have distinguished themselves this year in the Southwest region were recognized with awards. Let's now get one of those who were recognized during this Agro-Pastoral Show with a call for them not to relent their efforts.
The farmers are doing in the field. So the Minister of Agriculture has been doing a lot to support these farmers. You know that because of the high price in fertilizer, the state, through the Minister of Agriculture, is supporting the farmers with 30% of the price of fertilizer, while the farmers themselves contribute 70%. So when we come out like this, is to see what these farmers are doing. So you can see that all the 6 divisions of the Southwest region are all here represented with different varieties of produce. We all know that the Southwest is a place where, if we talk of the production of different goods and cash crop, they are really leading. So the Agri Show that is being organized yearly is to showcase what we're doing, is to showcase how the production rate is being increased. So today you see that the head of state is encouraging us about us consuming our own produce, which is the import substitution. And Southwest is, I would say that they are really leading.
And of course, the agro-pastoral show wrapped off yesterday at the Bongo Square here in Aboya with a call for farmers to come together in order to have large produce. On to other news, the University of Boya has concluded its 25th convocation ceremony with a call for the students to be better persons as they go into the job market. The institution sent forth students of the undergraduate, master's and PhD for the 2023 graduation, where 5 schools sent out thousands of students, as Laron Clinton tells us in this report.
With joy and excitement embodied on the faces of these students of the Faculty of Social and Management Sciences, the Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Medicine, Faculty of Education, Faculty of Arts, and the Advanced School of Translation and Interpretation, the University of Boya ends the 2-day convocation ceremony with the records of sending out over 5,000 students as job creators and job seekers. The Minister of State, Minister of Higher Education and Chancellor, represented by the Pro-Chancellor, Professor Edward Ako Oben, who lauded that the University of Boya is sending out competent professionals into the society. The high points of the academic rituals witnessed the graduation rites conducted by the Pro-Chancellor and the Vice-Chancellor, with the day spiced by the igniting melodious songs chanted by the university's choir, the graduating students fitting into different ranks in the society, that is, bachelor's degree holders, masters in their respective specialties, and professors all joined to celebrate their academic success. As historians record that from the 19th to the 20th of December 2022, the University of Boya sent out over 5,000 students. Pictures which will serve as souvenirs cannot be an aspect to have forgotten by these graduates.
Many thanks, Laron Clinton. And to wrap up what we have for you today, a former Rwandan doctor has been sentenced to 24 years in prison for his involvement in the genocide in Rwanda in 1994. And over to the United States of America, the authorities of that country has called the authorities of the Democratic Republic of Congo to be transparent while announcing the results of the elections that took place in the country recently. Otop Joseph had a look across the world and put together this report.
A former Rwandan doctor has been jailed for 24 years by a French court for his involvement in the 1994 genocide. Sustain Munyemana was on Wednesday found guilty of genocide, crimes against humanity, and participation in a conspiracy to prepare these crimes. The 68-year-old former gynecologist was accused of helping draft a letter for the interim government that supervised the killings of Tutsis. He was also accused of participating in meetings that organized roundups of Tutsi civilians in the southern Rwandan prefecture of Batura, where he lived at the time. Mr. Munyemana, who moved to France months after the genocide, denied any wrongdoing, and his lawyers said they plan to appeal the verdict. The public prosecutor has sought a sentence of 30 years during the 6-week-long trial at the Assise Court in Paris. Elsewhere, a court in Brussels on Tuesday also found 2 Rwandans guilty of genocide and war crimes committed in their native country. Seraphine and Pierre were found to have committed multiple murders and attempted murders of Tutsis and moderate Hutus in Kigali between April and July 1994. Meanwhile, the United States on Tuesday called on the electoral authorities in the Democratic Republic of Congo to be transparent in announcing the result of Wednesday's elections following missed deadlines in 2019. While U.S. diplomacy praised the work of the DRC's Electoral Commission, additional measures to ensure the transparency of the electoral process, including clear information on when and how results will be published, will help build confidence. In a tense climate, some 44 million voters in the DRC, out of a total population of around 100 million, are called upon on Wednesday to elect their president, national and provincial deputies, and for the first time, communal councillors. After the December 2018 elections, the Electoral Commission said it will announce the results on January 6th, but declared Felix the winner on January 10. His opponent, Martin Fayulu, then denounced fraud. However, the DRC's violent political past, these elections mark the country's first peaceful change over. Anxious family have been waiting outside the Bafokeng Rasimone platinum mine near Rustenburg as an underground protest by more than 2,200 miners entered its second day. Desperate families waiting on the surface on Tuesday for news of the platinum miners occupying 2 shafts in one of the South Africa's biggest mining protests in years. The protest started on Monday, about 500 meters below the surface, but Impala Platinum Holdings said 63 miners came up during the night in the difficult conditions. The company has suspended all work at the mine because of what it said was an illegal underground protest. The miners are demanding promised bonuses and pension payment, and some say they had already been suspended before the protest began for holding unauthorized work meetings.
Many thanks, Otto Joseph, and that's the package we have for you this morning. Thanks so very much for joining us, and keep watching more interesting slots here on the program Salve Vicinus. You stay with us.
We say thank you very much, Aloysius, for coming on board and giving to us our news in the English language this morning. Good morning to you and welcome. And how are you doing?
Good morning to you, Otto Joseph. We thank God I'm fine. It's a new day. We thank God for the gifts of a new day.
All right, so today we have the topic of discussion. Where is one place you have traveled to that you would tell everyone to go at least once in their life?
Is it physical travel or virtual travel?
Physical.
Because here like this, I've traveled across the world through my phone or maybe my TV set. You understand? I was in
through
America.
Imagination.
Yesterday. Yeah, okay. But of course, one place that I've really traveled that I would want people to really go and visit. The last time we went to Garwa,
okay,
during the National Communications Council, the Lagdo Dam that is out there. It's really beautiful, you know, built in a very difficult terrain and made again to be very beautiful. Now, a dam is a place that's supposed to supply electricity, but it's transformed to be kind of like a park because you have beautiful flowers, beautiful places that you can sit and you relax, and you know they sell there and everything. So it's really a beautiful environment where people can go there and relax. I was really amazed when I saw it, and when you go there, you ask yourself the kind of technology they used in order to build that dam in that particular area. So I was really amazed, and it looked so interesting to me, and I was like, well, I wish my brothers, my family members, they were here to share this wonderful experience with me. But you know, traveling from here to Garwa is not a day's job. It's really very difficult, but they say a more traveled man is a well-exposed person. So at times, if we can travel virtually out of the country, then let's physically try to see how we can touch almost the 10 regions of the country. So I would encourage you. Another place, again, they have a lake there that they call Blue Lake. It's actually blue, yeah. There at the north is blue, and the most interesting thing is that they will catch fish from that blue lake and they roast it just in front of the lake and they sell to people. So it's really very interesting. Most people would think that the north has nothing to offer when it comes to touristic side, but they have a very beautiful zoo, you know, animals in there, and of course nice beautiful touristic sites that we visited. So the dam and the Blue Lake are the places that I really encourage people who have never been there to try to take your family out and maybe go see for yourself.
Wonderful contribution from you there, Aloysius. I've been hearing about the beautiful places Garowa, Marowa, and other places have, and you have just confirmed it, and I would like to visit such places for adventure and for leisure. When I have the opportunity, then I would love to visit those places. Before you take leave of us, say good morning to some people.
I want to say special good morning to all the parents and guardians who have toiled very hard to see their children through the universities and all the other institutions of higher education that have sent out graduates this year. It's really not easy. If you see somebody graduating first, that person must have studied hard, but there must be somebody behind that person who will pay the bill. You know, school fees, transport, handout, everything is really not easy. So we say kudos to parents and guardians out there, and we just pray that those who are graduating from all the higher institutions, they should understand that I am somebody who is seeking for a job. You should not be choosy, as we mentioned it yesterday. Start from the small that you have and try to start supporting those who spend their money in order to send you to school. There are majority of people who they will go to, university. When they come back, they still want to be a burden to their parents or to their guardian. This is a period where you say, no, let me pick up even a petite job so that I can even support the house with Maggie. That's my contribution for them this morning.
Thank you once more, Aloysius, and do have a wonderful day.
A better one to you.
Where is one place you have traveled to that you would tell everyone to go to at least once in their life? That is our topic of discussion for you this morning. So do well to send your contributions via SMS or via WhatsApp or on our Facebook page on Divine Mercy Radio and TV service. We have a contribution here. Good morning to you in the studio and happy Christmas and prosperous New Year. If there is one place I would like people to visit is the Ekomkam waterfall, located between the littoral and west region of Cameroon, Kongsamba. The waterfall is said to be the place where the famous film Tarzan was acted. This is from Lukong Leonard from Douala. Thank you very much, Leonard, for sending in your contribution today on our topic of discussion. And we are still waiting on others to send in their contributions, like I said, via SMS or via WhatsApp or on our Facebook page on Divine Mercy Radio and TV service. Let us have another beautiful piece while we prepare to give to you other slots in store for you this morning. Patience Dabani on that beautiful musical piece. If you're just joining us, you are welcome to the program Salve Vicinus on DMRTV, a program that comes up on your screen every Monday to Friday as from 7 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. And so far we have had our scent of the day. We have had our teachings from His Lordship Michael Bibi, and we just came back from the newsroom where Aloysius Lekier gave us some big stories here happening in the Diocese of Boya and out of the country. And we still have our topic of discussion for you this morning. Where is one place you have traveled to that you would tell everyone to go to at least once in their life? That is our topic of discussion for you this morning. So do want to send in your contributions via SMS or via WhatsApp or on our Facebook page on Divine Mercy Radio and TV service. I would like to diverge a little bit when Aloysius was giving his greetings to some people out there. I made mention of the fact of, or given advice for some people who are graduating. Remember, the University of Boy has sent out more than 5,000 students on Tuesday and yesterday, Wednesday, to the job market. We all know Cameroon doesn't have jobs to accommodate all these students. That is why we encourage entrepreneurship here in Cameroon, or we encourage entrepreneurship to individuals. And that is why I always encourage students, when you are going to school, have something doing. Don't just go to school and you're dependent on your parents for your school fee, your handout fee, your departmental fee, or any little thing, your feeding or whatsoever. You depend on your parents and you don't have anything doing. Now you have graduated, you will sit at home doing nothing. It is very important that when you're going to school, have something doing, so that at the end of the day, as you have graduated, if you cannot find a job within 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, or considering the duration, then you can bounce back to what you were doing while going to school. Maybe you had an online business, or maybe you had a kiosk business, or you were making your small chops like granola, sweet peanut, and taking to school, and you were selling to the students out there. It's very important, okay, to always have something doing. Don't always sit and expect manna to fall from heaven, and don't always be a picky person. If the university or various higher institutions have sent you out to the job market, whatever comes your way, no matter how little it is, accept it with good faith. Accept it with good faith. Don't say, this is not what I studied in school. This job is too small for me. I need to sit in an office, spin my chair around, enjoy the AC and all of that. That is not what life is all about. You begin from the bottom and you get to the top. So always, now that you have graduated, have something doing, okay? Whatever comes your way, accept it. I, for one, before I left the university a few years back, I already had something in which I was doing. My second year and third year, before my father could send my school fee, I'd already paid my school fees. And when he sent my school fee, I returned the money I used to pay my school fee, because I was engaged in an online business and doing 1 or 2 things that was giving me money. It's very important. Always find something doing. Always, there's no one who can say he wasn't born with a talent or an innovation to do something or whatsoever. There is social media. Don't only go to TikTok and watch videos, or Instagram or Facebook to look at people's pictures or videos. Use the social media to your own advantage. If you have a talent in singing, if you have a talent in dancing, if you have a talent, there are YouTubers out there. If you have a talent in blogging, if you have a talent in so many things, then use these social media platforms which are at your doorstep and take it as an advantage. Use it to your own advantage and make money. There are people cashing out from these social media platforms. There are people who YouTube pay them monthly, weekly, Instagram pays, Facebook pays. This many social media platforms, they pay nowadays when they see that the content you are producing is good and is beneficial to the entire population. So don't just sit as you have graduated. Don't just sit, or some people are saying, I want for me bush. If the bush doesn't come, if your documents are not validated, or if your documents are not successful, if the process is not successful, then what is your second plan? Always have a plan B, so that if plan A fails, you can move to plan B. That said, congratulations to all those who had their degrees yesterday, be it BSc, BA, and those who had their master's degree or doctorate degree yesterday and Tuesday. And since the beginning of November, higher institutions have been sending out or have been graduating students in both the undergraduate, master's, and doctorate degree. All right, TV friends of Divine Mercy Radio Television. Like I said, we'll have so many slots that will characterize today's edition of the program. Our way ends meet, our English word of the day. Remember, we took it as a promise to always bring to you the slot English word of the day, because we thought it wise that people normally misuse words in the society, and therefore disrupting communication between one another, and also not passing out communication properly. And we have a contribution here. A blissful morning to all the viewers of DMRTV, especially to the silent viewers. Fellow graduates, beware that the effervescence / fanfare of graduation and the job market are two different-sided coins. Firstly, to those who will be having that opportunity to secure jobs, they should deploy a lot of humility, dedication, and hard work, and not just being money-minded, because the above virtues will end up giving them much money and more other things. Secondly, for those who will not be able to find jobs immediately, I wisely counsel them to engage in volunteerism so as to gain more experience and not just concentrate on fast paid jobs. They all should know that not all destinies are the same, and portraying positive character traits irrespective of all the challenges that they may face out there. Definitely one day will emerge, God being their helper. Salve Vicinus to Sister Mary Florence Awabanks, Sister Dr. Teres Jamfak, and to all the tertiary sisters of St. Francis of Assisi, who are my spiritual mothers, Reverend Fathers Beltus Asanji and Pascal Ambe, who are my secondary classmates, not leaving out all the clergymen and women who know me. This is from Peter Tonyan, aka Uncle P, from A Lady of Mercy Kwasi Parish, Manda Marfo Nkwen Bamenda. Thank you very much, Uncle P, for that wonderful advice and contribution you have given to the newly graduate. And we still have a topic of discussion for you this morning. Where is one place you have traveled to that you would tell everyone to go at least once in their life? That is our topic of discussion, and you can send in your contributions via SMS or WhatsApp to the number you find on your screen or on our Facebook page on Divine Mercy Radio and TV service. We are still waiting for your contributions. Maybe someone out there is waiting for you to tell that adventurous place or that beautiful place they can go to with their family or friends to have a time of leisure, to have a time of adventure. So help that person. This is December. People are coming out from America, Canada, in fact, everywhere all over the world to come to Cameroon to have their holiday. So why not give them these beautiful places they can visit? Summer Beach, yeah, Summer Beach is there, but let me not say it's outdated, but it's a good place for leisure and adventure. But there are many places here in Cameroon in which we do not know, and I'm sure those who come in those who come into the country would love to visit and to have adventure and to take pictures and go back to their country and share the beautiful miniature of Cameroon. So share in those beautiful places that you have traveled to and you would tell everyone to go to at least once in their life. That said, let us take on this short break while we prepare to have our guest of the day and of course our way ends meet and our English word of the day.
Greetings to all our fervent viewers of DMRTV, and thanks for joining us on our slot, Health and Beauty Tips. Today we shall be looking at the health benefit of ginger, but before we get to that, let's find out, is ginger a fruit or a vegetable? Yes, of course, ginger is a vegetable grown especially in tropical regions, but it is common to find ginger today around our homes since it is mostly used for food consumption or to prepare our food. Yes, we shall begin with the first health benefit of ginger. Ginger helps to manage our blood sugar level. Researchers have discovered that ginger helps to reduce glucose levels and has direct impact on weight loss. If you have that feeling of a midday crash, it's because of your sugar level. I mean, maybe you can be busy at work, you have been working all day and you feel like you're crashing. Just add a bit of ginger to your lunch. It will help boost your system and you will stay focused all day long. Ginger helps you to release gas. Yes, it will sound funny to hear that ginger at times helps you to release gas. Yeah, when we take in O2, that's oxygen, we send out carbon dioxide. And when we take in a lot of oxygen or a lot of stuffy foodstuffs, we realize that maybe we are constipated. Some people prefer to take bicarbonate, but then just take a little bit of ginger tea. You realize that you will send out a lot of gas. It might sound embarrassing maybe to some people who are working, but then it is good. It will help you a lot to send out a lot of gas. Ginger also helps you in weight loss. Yes, we all know that maintaining a healthy weight is one of the best things you can do for yourself, and being overweight can result to cardiovascular diseases and even cancer. You can have diabetes, you can have stroke, you can even have cancer, like I said. So adding ginger to your diet will help you lose a lot of weight. So those of you who have cardiovascular diseases, learn to consume ginger each day. Maybe when you get up in the morning, take something like ginger tea, and at the end of the day, do same. Ginger will also help you boost nutrients, or your whole body will start feeling as if it is hot. Again, most of the times it is common to find people taking ginger and sugar when they have cough, or ginger and honey. They will tell you to ground some ginger and honey when you have cough. You can consume it. Before I even get to that, going back to weight loss, it is also good that you mix ginger and what we commonly call stick matches. Yes, you mix it with ginger, and then when you ground it, you consume it. It helps you a lot. It will help you to reduce a lot of weight. It will help you so much as far as that one is concerned. Again, ginger helps to improve our breath. Yes, I know it sounds somehow funny. There are a lot of people with bad breath. Maybe they have been trying to manage this issue for a very long period of time, and they've had a lot of difficulties. But then, if you consume your food, and at the end of it, or when you finish eating, just take ginger, peel it off, and then you chew it raw. You will discover that with time, your breath will be improving. You will not find yourself feeling uncomfortable sitting by somebody because you have bad breath. You can start it in the morning. You get up first thing in the morning, you brush up, you chew some ginger, you go on with your daily activities, and at the end of the day, after eating or after consuming any food, make sure you chew a little bit of ginger. It's going to help improve your breath, because having fresh breath is always a good thing. Eat ginger towards the end of your meals. Drink ginger tea towards the end of your meals. Take a glass of hot ginger tea. It will help improve your breath and even your health. Televiewers, that was it for health and beauty tips. Thanks for watching, and do stay tuned.
Thank you very much, Gillian Tata Yengla, for giving to us our health and beauty tips. And there, she was talking about the health benefit of ginger. So many of us think we just use ginger in cooking and doing one or two things, but ginger is very helpful when it comes to the human system, and it's also healthy. Like she gave some examples, it helps in digestion, it helps to give you a good breath, and it also helps those who normally have catarrh and cough. When you take ginger and sugar, you chew ginger and sugar, it will in a way solve your cough and your catarrh problem, and also it brings down a fever. I remember one time I was feeling feverish and I took ginger, lemon and honey, and in no time the fever went down. So there are a lot of health benefits when it comes to ginger. It's not only used for cooking or used as spices for your fish, your chicken, or whatsoever. There are many uses of ginger. We all have smartphones. You can go to Google, you Google search, and you look for the health benefits of ginger. Maybe you are going through something and you don't know that is this little ginger that we are seeing in the various markets we go to that can solve your problem. So as we give you this slot, health and beauty, still take it as a responsibility to research more, okay? To do more research on these things we give to you, like ginger. Like I said, we all have smartphones. Go to Google and you Google search the health benefits of ginger, and also some other things ginger has to play when it concerns our lives. We will take on our way and meet now. We always bring to you this slot. Remember, like I always tell you, we bring to you this slot to see some of the challenges people in the country are going through, and despite these challenges, they still push through. They still pull through through life, through their businesses, to get the little money, to get the small profit from their businesses, to take care of themselves and their family. And today we'll be meeting a local drink seller. When we talk about local drink, I'm sure all of us know what we are talking about. So let us have our way and meet. Country people then for Divine Mercy Radio Television. We'll not come again for Kumba, and this time we'll go meet up some woman where they call it say Mani, where they for Limumba Street, directly opposite Kumba City Council. Now the only person for this street where it is say Sha and it is say Matango. So we go meet up Mani, he go tell we how the business they go every day, how he use the business for do one or two things and for help himself and for help his family. So right now we go meet up Mani so that he go tell we all things about the Ibie Palo. Salon Mani. How for you?
Are fine.
Okay, how did you call? What will be the name where you don't put for the Ibie Palo?
The name for this bar, I put them say step down.
Okay. You did say Matango, you did say beer. Now you say Sha. Now the Matango and this Sha where you sell them, you did buy them or you did make and use yourself?
I miss myself I make the Sha. And then for the beer I did buy them, then the Matango too, they supply them for me.
Okay, you talk say the Sha you did make and use yourself.
Yes.
Now wait till you use and make the Sha, and how you did make them, which time you do call for make the Sha?
No, I just put corn for water. It be 3 days, it should fine so that it goes sweet as people they like them. Before I grind them, after that, before I start to prepare them for cook them. Yes, so now start to do them.
So now which time you do open the place where people they come for buy Sha and Matango and beer?
It won't be 7:30, I'd already be here. So that when I cook, at least one customer they do they enter. Because if I say I cook for house, they find me, they know they get me better. I cook for the very position where I did.
Okay, the Matango and Sha where you sell them, you get different prices or not just one price where you sell them?
Oh, then get not one price, a part of beer get own price.
Okay, so Matango now which price, now which you sell them 100, 200. You get different prices. The way they sell
100, as from 100, 150, 200, upward. Any amount we person go get them at the game.
So now, what are you the measuring before you decide say the ones on 100, the ones on 200?
You get a glass for the measuring for the. Anyone get a glass. 200 on get glass, 100 get glass. If not for 150, the glass for 100 a flopper for 150. The one for 250, glass for 200 a flopper, 200 a put a half.
Okay, I see some other thing them apart from Matango, Sha, and Pierre where they sell them. Now which other thing the way they sell them for here?
Oh, I get even at the mix in the two at the cook the country mix into a God bless me herbalist. Never the cook and then a big good too for whole if big bone when person get accident. A whole that one not be na something when some person he showed me that one I got a will. Where he showed me. When I went at the do to I help people with them.
Okay, if you show you the medicine, then they tell we how much should they sell them.
Yes, as the one day so. I put her for 5 liters and 3.5.
Okay.
But they say this one.
You want the work now for waiting?
You want the work for arthritis.
Only arthritis?
Arthritis, fungi.
Okay.
You want the work. Then I get the one way at the work and for side pain. The person will get airtight at the gam. Person will get pie at the gam. So now some of the medicine they this for the very particular medicine. And if you hold bone, where it broke, we are not prepared because I made for arthritis. If you get accident, normally romanticism will enter there. When I be the first way it help to heal the foot, even as I the support for say my work. But now the best one is where it hold them, where it make you for smart for work quick. They call the one say antibiotics. Antibiotics no mean only tablet for balm. Now the best one is for antibiotics.
So how much should you say? Now 1.5 liter this now?
Now 1.525 this.
Okay, so how much should you say the one?
The 1.25 at the game now 1,000. But if I forget advantage, we'll take 5 liter for that 3.5.
How much should you say the 5 liter?
That 5 liter na 3.5.
Okay.
Where the game. So I go like to say the dose for person will take 20 liters where it go happy. Even a person will get gonorrhea at the treaty with them. First we get waist pain at the treaty with them. So the thing being a gift where God gave me. So me I be twins. Now God just show me, and by the time God will show me too, it be surprise me because I don't know how I feel talk, I feel start. So when I be start preparing for people be already give me a testimony.
Okay. So other small, you know, say businesses they get challenges. So what be the challenges the way you face when it comes to the business?
No, the challenges now say. Well, and if we talk plenty for now, say waiting. If like my business, whereas I do them, this one, the particular one, it will they support me. No matter people never know me for here. And if they have done a balangi, where some of people they know me. And even as I come here, some people they too they know me, where they come. So I just thank God for where God give me. And even for this small market where God give me to the manage my picking the two for day, I take him to say, now God don't bless me. So I thank God for this next way He give me. And no be now, so you say grandpapa the showman or grandmammy the showman. Now God don't give me the gift. So I thank you.
Okay, as you did for the street, so how you feel rate your profit? How the business enter? People they come every day they buy, and how much you sell them a day? And where you say how you do use that money for taking for yourself or for taking for your picking them, your family?
For that one, I feel talk say most of that I know if people will know the amount because I join the chop, the matango, the sha, all one place, one big weekend. I pay tapa, then I see the small one too. The way I play manjange and my picking the two, I manage some to them to the chop.
Okay, more talk about matango and sha. How many liters you sell per day? Approximately.
For sha, if you want before dry season, I sell for sha. If you sell that kind 20 liter for dry season. But if in another rain the fall, so if I sell that kind 15 liter or 10 liter, that means I don't try. Because most people them when place the cold, so they like for drink sha. They like for drink sha now for dry season. Now they drink sha. and that matango.
Why they drink that sharp for dry season?
Because a place dry and it make any man neck be dry. Okay. Like for semi they be where they be tasting the car drink.
Okay. So now before we come on, what ask you to be the advice where you get for woman that for your age way they don't want to put the hand for something for work. Others say they'll get money for support the master them and the picking the family. Now which advice you get for them?
Well, I don't try for advice say you know fine for woman for rap hand she don't big crisis, you don't make every woman now it hang back for skin. And for first time you see first time woman they woke up to you she don't for bed. They joke put their money for head bet. But for now it don't make most women they attack. Any man not be serious for what they do because no man no life for luck. And if it's not all to a picking go game. Sunday you feel luck. You just go for their money, you move out for them. If you need something for your skin, you move out, you go buy, you know must ask for man picking. Man picking you only need now for support. Maybe all the way go get them. Because on the way you ask ain't no game no problem. So I don't try for advise the woman them. For send me all we work hard. More they manage, no look your friend. If they work, you laugh, you look at let's say the suffer, ain't the suffer. Instead, wait where they find them. God go still the blessing and so where you to put power to now so you go get them. So now the small advice to I don't give for woman them. Now that.
Man, you want thank you plenty. Say you take out time for talk we about your business and how your business you run.
I thank you very much. Because if not like person too, you know we find some way there. So may God bless you now.
Okay, country people then for Divine Mercy Radio Television. You don't meet on money. We get some beer palo for directly opposite city, Kumba City Council. So if you there for Kumba or you come up boya, the can Kumba, you just take Okada. Say me they drop you for Limumba Street, directly opposite Kumba City Council. You come for day, you get beer, you get sha, you get matango, you get mixing them like the one for arthritis, you cure all kinds of sickness. So if you get any sickness or if you want to step down something, you come for Limumba Street, just ask and say they find money. They'll show you money, you come for here, there you step down. And to support yourself, to support your family, don't always be dependent on maybe the family members who have money or dependent on your friends who have money. Work for your own money. There is dignity and there is happiness in working for your own money. So thank you very much for, or we say thank you very much to our broadcast staff for bringing to us that slot where ends meet. Right now we're going to take on comedy. When the broadcaster told me she will be giving us comedy today, I smiled because I was happy because I know what she can do when it comes to comedy. And here on Salve Vicinus, like I said, we don't only inform you, we educate you, and of course...
Hey! Hey! Say you don't crash.
Let it crash. The motor.
The investment.
Which investment? This very one.
The investment don't crash.
Okay, so.
Yes, ma'am.
I know. You don't see literature, so.
No, man, I never see
it. You never see it.
I never see it.
Because I didn't know you so. You be like I say you will have something for me. After I say you been sabi. I go promise you.
No, mommy.
You see it? You would have begin doing me now. After I see you. After the boy just say you sabi. For tongue, me, mommy, Donna.
Sexy lady. Ooh, baby, I am your man. Come on.
Hello, my dear. Ah, Lichas.
What a wonderful comedy there from Godis Fonga, commonly known as Richard Tiff Chicken. He has acted with the likes of Kara and Copies and Dorcas Comedy World, Auntie Felicia. And in fact, comedy is in Cameroon is taking another level. In fact, I will not say they are trying, they are doing it. When it comes to comedy, from Godis Fongwa, Auntie Felicia, Karan Copies, Not Living Out Dorcas, and all the comedians in Cameroon, they are really doing a good job when it comes to comedy. And like I always tell us, we have talent here in Cameroon. We just need someone who can recognize this talent and of course promote this talent. Thank you very much to our broadcaster for that wonderful comedy to relieve us and to make people happy and our viewers happy out there. Like before we took on that comedy, I said we'll have a guest here in the studio, and a few minutes ago we're talking about the University of Buea and other higher institutions in Buea and Cameroon at large have been sending out students in the job market, and the University of Buea is not left out, as it has sent out more than 5,000 students into the job market. And here today in the studio we have the best graduating student of the University of Buea, who goes by the name Mala Ezekiel. He graduated with a GPA of 3.97. 3.97 on 4 and is from the Department of Chemistry under the Faculty of Science, and he is here to tell us how the experience was while in school, some of the challenges. I'm sure it was not all that rosy from his first year till when he graduated this year. So it's on this note that I introduce to you Mr. Mala Ezekiel in the studio. Good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine, sir.
We are so happy to have you this morning to tell us about your experience in school and how you did in order to reach to this level. Now, talking backstage, you told me you were from the Department of Chemistry. So why did you choose to do this particular course in the university? Considering that I know chemistry is very difficult from the secondary school, and the university, doing it from secondary school, first cycle, second cycle, and getting to the university. Why did you choose to toe this line of chemistry and science?
As you have rightly said, chemistry is the center of science. So I had that opportunity to come and do chemistry because it has a diverse field. When you do chemistry, you have opportunities to work in the same field with engineers. Have the opportunity to work in the same field with biological science. And both of, as I said, is really a central science. Chemistry is central science, and you have diverse fields where you can fit yourself.
All right, in all situations in our life, we all go through challenges or one hurdles and another. Can you explain to us some of these challenges you went through as a student, as a chemistry student to be precise, and how you overcame these challenges so that younger ones behind you can learn one or two things?
The major challenge that I faced was time management. So we have how to balance social activities with your personal activities at home back is not easy. So during this period, I meticulously managed my time, programmed it well so that I could work within particular range.
All right, now what is your drive to success? I'm not sure anybody has a drive to failure. Now what is and what was your drive to success?
My drive to success was just to keep pushing so that the opportunities that will come. Remember that you said the GPA was 3.97, and that GPA I cannot really attribute it directly to my personal effort. It's a synergy of various stakeholders, from my lecturers, professors, and peers as well. So we both collaborated together for me to have this achievement.
Okay, now before getting into the university, did you see yourself as a best graduating student? Yes, but
Buea, there's nobody you can go and meet and say that you want information. Information is always circulating online. So I made my best to select the most relevant information sent online, because you see on social media everybody goes and posts. So I've always visit the University of Buea Facebook page to check on the relevant information.
Now, this is a funny question. Was there any time you failed or you weren't happy with your grades, the grades you had, maybe from the continuous assessment or from the exam semester exams? And if yes, can you tell us the experience?
Yeah, I had one. I was really depressed. You know, the GPA is 3.97. That GPA actually shows that I had all A grades in my major courses and even elective courses. So I had a B plus in French language and it was 79. So I could not just accept that. It was really, really not good for me.
Now, coming to lecturers, we all know there are some students who don't like lecturers, maybe because of the way they come in class and teach, or maybe because of the way they associate with students in class. Now, did you find any challenge or any challenges with some of your lecturers because of the way they teach, or due to the fact that some give so many handouts without explaining, and you as a science student, and did you have any challenges with some of your lecturers when it comes to some particular courses?
Yeah, we had some challenges. I had some challenges in this period because some lecturers, they come and give you handouts and they don't explain. But at the same, as I say, I don't blame them because sometimes it is because of lack of time. But as a student that wants to bring a difference, you must go beyond that. You must do personal research.
All right, you made mention of the fact that while going to school, you were engaged in other activities in which it took your time. Now, will you advise other students to engage into other activities while going to school?
It depends on how your goals are, because hard work was the only option left for me. There was not any other option. So I tried my best. I used to go to Yaoundé and make business during holidays and have money to come and pay my fees. And when I'm here in Boya, I know that I'm in my educational town.
Now, would you say during your time in the university, would you say during this time you lost more friends or you gained more friends, considering the fact that you had a clear vision and you had set a goal that it was just hard work? This is my target, to be the best graduate student in the prestigious University of Boya. During this period, did you lose friends? Did you gain friends and all of that?
Yeah, during the period, I really lost friends because they used to complain that I don't give them time. But I tell you today, I have regained them back.
Okay, aside from the award you said you received from Orange Cameroon, have you received any other scholarship or any other recognition when it comes to academics?
Yeah, I've received an award from the Kate Kanye Tometi Excellent Fund Award, but for now, not scholarship, no scholarship yet.
Now, you graduated a few days ago. I don't know if it's on Tuesday. Yeah, you graduated on Tuesday. Now, when you heard your name, you already knew that you are the best graduating student considering the GPA 3.97. Now, when you were called up for that recognition, how did that make you feel?
I really felt happy, especially at that moment when I started reading my graduation speech. I put on my head and I saw the beautiful and handsome faces of the University of Boya students shouting and saying, wow, he deserved it, he deserved it. But I took it as a gift from God.
Now, okay, when it comes to choosing courses in the University of Boya, I'm sure you took chemistry because you love it and you have excelled in it. Now, many students find it very difficult to choose a particular course to do. So many follow the bandwagon in which they follow their friends just because they see their friends doing maybe law or journalism or EPY and all of those courses in the university. What advice can you give to these students as a best graduating student?
Actually, the advice I can give them is that now you have to, you have difficulties to make choice. You have to meet people that are ahead of you that can really advise you.
What was the secret? Can you tell us what was the secret for your success? Because having 3.97 GPA in the University of Boya is not chocolate and it's not biscuit. Now, can you tell us some of the secrets that led to the timely completion of your studies in the University of Boya and thereby your success?
Yeah, you used to, there's this saying that practicing makes you perfect. Yeah, I really involved myself in tutorial sessions. I organized tutorials with my friends. We used to go to school soft. Even with those behind me, level 200, 300, I used to organize tutorials with them. And of course, revising that over and over makes keep the brain fresh.
Okay, now you were a determined student, you were resilient, you were hardworking, but some students nowadays, considering the fact and where the University of Boya is, in the heart of Boya, that is Moliko, and a lot of things are happening, a lot of distractions are happening, and students don't pay attention to their courses. Students fail to perform in continuous assessment, in maybe group assignments in school, and some even go to the extent of not writing exams in the University of Boya. Then again, I'll repeat, as a best graduating student, can you tell us some of the disadvantages of these two students who don't take their book work seriously and they think at the end of the day they will succeed by going through dubious means?
Yeah, what I would say is that your peer pressure, when you are able to overcome peer pressure, I think that you will perform well. There are times that I used to sit and I will see inside the group, there is a number will text inside the group, if you have failed a CA, please can you kindly contact this number so that your problems will be solved. Oh, I look at it, I say, wow, that's this. So that kind of activity, that kind of messages that we send to the group, it makes students to feel lazy. And I would like to tell my fellow students is that the chances of surviving in our society now are very low. And for you to increase those chances, the chance of surviving, you must work hard.
Now you talk about people sending messages to groups and telling them if you have a difficulty in this course that you can get to me and your success will be assured. Now coming to you, while in school, did you work by yourself? Did you study by yourself? Or you had a particular group in which you guys meet maybe a particular time at a particular place to study all together?
As I mentioned earlier, that GPA that I had is not my personal effort. It's a collective, it's a synergy of various stakeholders. We both work in a group and we organize tutorials amongst ourselves. We always sit together and we solve.
Okay. Now, failure is something which is inevitable. In every step of our lives, we must fail, maybe in step 1, step 2. And you made mention of the fact that at some point you were not happy with your grades and you consider that as failure. Now, what advice do you have for students who fail and they feel reluctant continuing with their studies just because maybe they have failed that course at that particular year or that particular semester?
Yeah, I would like to tell them that failure at a point is just like I would say, it's an obstacle. Just you treat failure as an obstacle to your progress, and you have to really work hard to overcome that.
Of course, working hard is a virtue that all students or individual needs to emulate in order to push forward and be successful in the society. You cannot be lazy and you expect that maybe success will just come your way or God will send someone from heaven in order to come and give you money or to give you a job. If you don't work hard, then don't expect anything good in this life. Working hard is very essential, most especially as a student. If you want to be recognized in your department, in your faculty, or the entire university, then working hard or hard work is the key. So, Mr. Ezekiel, before you take leave of us, I would like for you to give us, or you give the students behind you a word of advice in which they can say, if I take this advice, I've taken this advice from the best graduating student, and from what I have listened to him or from what I have heard him say, from his challenges and how he overcame these challenges, how he did during school and all of that, engaging in different activities and all of that. Can you give an advice for them?
Before I dive into giving an advice to them, I would like to say that I mentioned earlier that I've been doing tutorials in the University of Boya for my junior ones as well. So I used to go to the class, I would talk to them, talk with them, communicate with them one-on-one. they used to tell me that they have problems in really interpreting questions.
Okay.
And they don't know how to overcome peer pressure. And I will advise them that they should know that their reason here in Boya is to learn, and they should not drive themselves out of that mission. They should keep to the mission why they should know why they are here, and they should manage their time well as well.
Are you still continuing with these tutorials and helping students identify that this is what this question is talking about, like interpreting questions? As you have graduated, are you still, or will you still continue with these tutorials?
Yeah, I'm going to continue with tutorials. Currently now I'm MSc student in the Department of Chemistry, so
Okay.
I'm always there for them.
Okay, so how, if someone is interested in getting to you for help and to overcome peer pressure, or for question interpretations and for some tutorials in chemistry, how can they get to you?
Through my WhatsApp.
Can you give your number?
Yeah, 680 93 4877. I repeat again, 680 93 4877.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Ezekiel. And today on our morning show, we have a topic of discussion, and we cannot let you go without you contributing on that topic of discussion. Where is one place you have traveled to that you would tell everyone to go to at least once in their life?
I've traveled to Yaoundé, and I visited the biggest Catholic church located there in Vole. And I had some moments there, silent moments, where I spoke to God on my issues, on my downfalls, and I asked God to look on.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ezekiel, once more for coming on board. Do wish a happy morning or good morning to your loved ones out there before you leave us.
I would like to say good morning and have a blessed day. Please, my fellow students, know the reason why you are here in Boya. Try to overcome peer pressure and manage your time meticulously.
Try to overcome peer pressure. Know why you are here in Boya. Your parents sent you to school for a reason. Your parents are working hard, maybe in the village, to send you to school, and you come here and you are influenced by students. Know where you are from and know where you are going to. Thank you once more, Mr. Ezekiel, for coming on board and telling us your challenges and your success story, and congratulations once more.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, TV friends of DMRTV, that is the best graduating student from the University of Boya, Mr. Mala Ezekiel, who graduated with a GPA of 3.97 from the Department of Chemistry and under the Faculty of Science. And as you rightly heard from him, he is now a master's student, still under the Department of Chemistry, and he has given his WhatsApp number. So if you're a chemistry student or you are wishing to go into the chemistry department, then you can get to him through his WhatsApp number for tutorials or for question interpretations. And like he said, or like I'm saying, we're joining our voices together to say hard work really pays. There is no way you will work hard and you will not receive the fruit of your labor. So when you go to school, when your parents take it as a responsibility or think it wise to send you to school, what you need to do, the simple thing you need to do, is to make your parents proud. Reciprocate that kindness they have shown to you for sending you to school, paying your school fees, paying for your house rent, your feeding, your handout, your departmental fee, your tutorial fee, and all of that. Or the only thing you can do to reciprocate that love and that kindness is by making them proud. Before we close today's curtains of the program Salve Vicinus, let us take on our last slot of the morning show, which is our English word of the day. Like I told you at the beginning of the program, we took it as a responsibility to bring to you these slot every Tuesday and every Thursday for you to increase on your vocabulary so that you can communicate with people easily. And we also noticed that people misuse words at every given opportunity. So we bring to you this slot to show you some of these words, the definitions, some synonyms, and when not to use these words. So today we'll be looking at two words. We'll be looking at pole and pole. These are two different words. They have different pronunciations and they have different spellings rather, and they have different meanings. As you can find on your screen, the first word is pronounced pole, a long slender piece of wood, and it has an example there. We hang a flag on the flagpole. Santa Claus lives at the North Pole. And the second one is pronounced poll. When you hear of polling stations, this is where we talk about poll. Voting is an election. The USA went to the polls in November. The poll was usually high. So the first one is pronounced poll, which is a long slender piece of wood. And the second one is pronounced poll when in relation to voting presidential elections or political elections and all of that. So let us have some examples in which we can use these two words. The first word we'll be looking at is pole. What's a pole in physics? Pole is a point at the middle of the spherical mirror. The point where the principal axis pierces a mirror is called the pole of the mirror. Shotwell hated all Southerners and by inference was standing at the North Pole. And other examples you can find on your screen. And let us get some examples of the word poll this morning. That is P-O-L-L. The result of the latest poll have been announced. The public opinion poll is to substitute for thought. I don't care what the polls say. I'm doing what I think what's wrong. So these are some examples of the word poll. And before we close the slot, let us have some synonyms of these two words. So if you don't want to use poll or poll in your sentences, then you can use some of these synonyms. The first synonym of poll, we have stick, we have post, we have stake, we have shaft, and we have staff. So if you don't want to use poll in your sentence, then you can use any of these synonyms. And if you don't want to use poll in your sentence, then you can use survey, vote, ballot, canvass, or opinion poll. So that is what we had for you on today's edition of the Slot English Word of the Day. I hope you have jotted something down and you will know when and when not to use these two words, poll and poll. Like I said, they have different definitions, they are spelled differently, and of course they have different pronunciations. Thank you very much for paying keen attention to this slot, and it's at this point that we call it quits on today's edition of the program Salve Vicinus. I want to thank all those who took out time to contribute on a topic of discussion this morning, and for those who never had the opportunity but still took out time to watch the program, we say thank you. We are here because you are there. Do take the rendezvous with us tomorrow again as from 7 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. where we bring to you the program to inform you, to educate you, and of course